I'm Makini Smith. In 2009, while going through a divorce, I decided to jump straight into entrepreneurship. In 2012, I lost my sister and asked myself, what legacy do I want to leave behind? Since then, I've become a serial entrepreneur, helping other women publish their books, produce their podcasts, and reach their big goals to walk in their greatness. I realized the importance of sharing our stories of resilience and how it can be another's guide to walk in a manner worthy of their calling. We are blessed to be a blessing, so get ready to be blessed with an inspiring testimony. Hey, Legacy Leavers, thank you for joining us in the Walk In My Stilettos podcast, the top 1.5% most popular show globally, where we have conversations with extraordinary women that are letting us step into their shoes. I help women own their voices to create impact, prosperity, and legacy. I get inspired when I see another woman succeeding, but I'm more interested in her backstory and her mindset on how she got there. So while you're already here, you may as well subscribe. So for the past couple of weeks, I have been doing solo episodes, and before we jump back into our regular programming of interviews, I am going to share one more solo episode, especially because for the last couple of weeks, I have been asking you guys to share your feedback with me, to message me on Instagram or send me an email regarding a name change for the show. So not only did I want to do a name change, but I was asking for the community of listeners to contribute to coming up with a new name for the show. And the main focus is, I love the fact that a Walk In My Stilettos podcast is, globally known, and it's a name that people hear and say, yeah, I've heard of that podcast. But it also doesn't speak community to me. Especially with the word my in there. And although it was a continuation of my first book, A Walk In My Stilettos, I wanted to make it more in line with my future vision. Now, I've shared in the last episode that a huge part of my future vision is about focusing on healing, especially because of a lot of the experiences that I've had and the benefit that deep healing has had for me over the last few years, and the impact that it has made not only on my life in personal development, but also in business development and in my ability to serve and to make an impact on a greater scale. So the final name that we have come up with, drum roll please, the name is Heal Her. Now, heal is abbreviated, so that's capital H dot capital E dot capital A dot capital L, her, which the abbreviation stands for honor, elevate, and love her. The Buddha said, peace comes from within. Do not seek it without. Well, so does validation. And in my years of being alive, I'm almost 43. I got pregnant with my first child at 17. I raised 4 stepchildren. By the time I was 22, got divorced at the age of 30. I'm a single mother of 3 beautiful children. I've had 3 humiliating public breakups, experiencing a Toronto version of the Tinder swindler, a failed MPP campaign, and the release of toxic connections that, have tried to continue to spread false narratives in an attempt to destroy my character. So I've had a lot of things that have needed healing. Childhood traumas, childhood wounds, relationship wounds, generational traumas, you name it. And the more that I have done these interviews and heard similar stories that resonated, the more books that I read about people that had similar stories, similar traumas, similar wounds, and how they have healed, the more that I learned that many of us are actually adults walking around with childhood wounds, walking around reacting with trauma responses and feeling disconnected. And that healing is the path to peace, clarity, and connection. So my fascination with backstories and mindsets, it remains the same, but my primary focus and my agenda is healing collectively. I will still be interviewing resilient women, but the underlying message I want you to hear and feel from them is to honor, elevate, and love her. The inner little girl inside that needs to heal her so that you can be the woman that you were designed to be. And the first step to your healing journey is actually recognizing that you have trauma. And trauma doesn't have to be with a capital T. It doesn't have to be childhood sexual abuse. It doesn't have to be relationship abuse. It doesn't have to be, grief or the loss of someone. It could be a small T. It could be the negative self-talk in your head because of something someone said to you as a child in elementary school. It could be a small T from whether it be the facial expression of a parent when you had something you wanted to celebrate, whether it be a grade at school and you came in the door and the look wasn't what you expected, and you carried that throughout your years and used that to doubt who you are. Trauma can be so many things. Trauma in childhood doesn't only constitute physical, emotional, or sexual abuse, but exposure to any traumatic event. So these traumatic events could be, when children witness a natural disaster, or even when they witness violence within their communities. It doesn't have to be direct. Trauma can also stem from a caregiver or, a parent's trauma. It doesn't have to be direct. Examples of this could include a parent who's incarcerated, a parent who abuses alcohol or drugs, a parent who has health challenges and is constantly ill, or a parent's separation or divorce. I have been shocked over the years to hear the stories from adults, men and women, that are still impacted by their parents' divorce. And as a means of survival in childhood, abusive relationships, or severe emotional trauma, sometimes, people learn trauma responses. So as I said before, we're all these adults walking around with childhood wounds and childhood traumas, acting out trauma responses. The mental health community, broadly recognizes 4 types of trauma responses. Each can have both positive and negative ways of showing up, but I want to share some of the positive ways. So there's fight, flight, freeze, or fawn. With the fight trauma response, it's self-preservation no matter who you hurt in the process. And sometimes the fight response is helpful and healthy. When used positively, the fight trauma response can help you establish firm boundaries. It can help you be assertive. It can help you find courage. It can help you become a stronger leader. And it can help you protect yourself and loved ones when necessary. With the flight trauma response, when the threat seems impossible to defeat in a fight, many people default to leaving the situation entirely. So in healthy situations, a flight response to stress can help you disengage from unharmful conversations, leave unhealthy relationships, remove yourself from physically dangerous situations, and properly assess danger. When it comes to the freeze trauma response in nature, you might recognize it as playing possum. Instead of trying to fight the danger or run away, someone pauses. So when done in a healthy manner, the freeze response can look like mindfulness, awareness, and self-preservation at that moment. And when it comes to the fawn trauma response, primarily related to people-pleasing, individuals who spend a lot of time around toxic people sometimes learn to go above and beyond to make the toxic person happy, thus neutralizing the threat. So a healthy fawning response can facilitate compassion for others, compromise, active listening, fairness. So the 4 trauma responses, fight, flight, freeze, or fawn, like I said, have both negative and positive effects. So learning to respond to stress in a variety of healthy ways can help you in many areas of life, including work, family, and in a relationship. But the healing that needs to be done from the trauma begins with seeking out a therapist, being mindful of your body sensations, paying attention to your body, listening to your body, your heart rate, your nervous system, practicing self-love and self-compassion, giving yourself as much grace as you give to other people, and building safe relationships. I've spoken a few times throughout this episode about community, and in building healthy, safe relationships, it is a huge part of healing and regulating our nervous system. And I know for myself personally, a huge, huge part that I give credit to for my healing journey is being around people that make me feel safe. Being around people that make me feel seen, heard, and understood. Being around people that don't gaslight me and question my trauma or question my reaction to the trauma. Being around people that are supportive. People that don't trigger my anxiety. I've spoken a few times about my Fitbit and how, it monitors my heart rate. And I pay attention to it, and I pay attention to how my heart rate increases around certain people. I pay attention to how my heart rate increases, for work-related stress, or, when my family is stressing me out. Paying attention to how we feel around people. Vibes don't lie. Energy doesn't lie. Whether you want to call it vibes, energy, spirit, whatever you want to call it, it's all the same name, but it doesn't lie. So listen to it. It'll definitely help you throughout the healing journey. So, if we want to heal from trauma, we need to be connected to ourselves and others. So as a community, we want to implement healthy habits to help you to walk in a manner worthy of your calling. So the future direction of this podcast, the Heal Her podcast, the Honor, Elevate, and Love Her podcast, formerly known as the Walk In My Stilettos podcast. After today, it will be called Heal Her from now on. But our focus is to help you to heal, to help you to heal those wounds that are stopping you from going after the goals that you've been sitting on, that are stopping you from attracting the partner that you've always wanted to attract, that is stopping you from believing you are worthy of the promotion at work. The goal here is to heal. And if you have not already heard, book number 5 drops November 1st, 2022. It is presently available for pre-order, and because of the love from the community that we have here, back in August when I first announced it on social media, the book became a bestseller. So book number 5 is called Renewing Your Mind. It's a guide to transforming your world from chaos to clarity. You can visit renewingyourmindbook.com for more details. But you can also purchase the book on Amazon, Barnes & Nobles, Walmart, Kobo, iBooks, or any other major online bookstore. I partnered with another Procter & Gallagher consultant. Her name is Susanna Mihailovich, and she is a wonderful woman that I met during my training to become a consultant and mindset coach with Bob Proctor. And Susanna is one of Bob's top coaches. And we transcribed some of our workshops into a book so that we can provide more value and impact and to help you heal, especially during this chaotic time in the world. So, among many other invaluable lessons contained within the pages of the book, you'll learn how to honor the present moment, how to take care of your mind, body, and soul, how to attain massive goals using your imagination, how to break through your fears, how to change your paradigm. That's your habitual way of thinking that's controlling your negative results, and much, much more. So Susanna and I really just aspire to show you how to think, feel, and act differently to produce a different result. So with the new direction of the show, I just want to, first of all, thank those of you that have stuck with us, that have stuck with the show for the last 4 years, that have contributed to the conversations by carrying them on over into my DMs on Instagram, that have shared them with your friends, that have screenshotted the episode and tagged us on, Instagram with what resonated with you. So the show wouldn't be what it is without all of you. Again, the importance of community. But I just want you to keep in mind that when you come back next week, the intro may sound different. We're definitely going to have an interview for you, which you do not want to miss. But I just want you to keep in mind that sometimes not everyone loves change. And although change is inevitable, some people have a hard time with it. And I do want your feedback. I do want to hear how you feel about the new direction of the show. I do want to hear any advice or tips or feedback that you do have with the new direction of the show, because I'm doing this for you. I don't do this because I like the sound of my own voice. If you've listened to previous episodes, you know the introvert in me doesn't like to talk. That's the whole reason I started doing interviews, so it was less focused on me. The show is to provide solutions for you. My focus, once again, is for us to heal collectively, to honor, elevate, and love her, that little girl inside of you, that you needed, whether it be 20, 30, 40 years ago. So I just want to thank you for taking the time to join us. I do not take your time for granted. I truly, truly, truly appreciate you. And to all of you out there, until next time, subscribe on all platforms. Don't forget to rate the show. Leave us a review on Apple Podcast. And if you want to join the community of legacy leavers, you can sign up for our weekly newsletter at walkinmystilettos.com, and you'll receive a free copy of the Gratitude Journal. And you can also grab any one of my other personal development books available online everywhere. If you can think of 2 people that would receive value from hearing today's show, please share it with them. Feel free to screenshot this week's episode, and you can tag me on Instagram at @TheRealMakini Smith, and continue to walk in greatness in your stilettos in a manner worthy of your calling.